Good afternoon from a wet, rainy, and cold Newport, Oregon. Today it has just been pouring on and off. We had some massive hail last night, and so it's just a bundle up, stay warm, and hang out inside kind of a day. And due to that, Gary has decided that he is going to cook us up a pulled pork in the InstaPot. So stay tuned and we'll see how that comes out for us.
Gary, Stacy, Spirit, and Sophie, we're taking our motor home around the country. Throughout North America, we're on the road. It's Pau Hana Travels, here we go.
Every good cooking event starts with a great beer. Wanderlust by Breakside Brewery. It's really good. And Wanderlust kind of fits our lifestyle. We kind of wander somewhat. It's kind of nice. But today, we are cooking a pork roast. Pulled pork. I'm starting off with a 3-pound pork butt. I've cut it in half to set in the InstaPot. It'll fit inside there better. I'm going to use a dry rub. I'm not sure if you guys know, we have a Traeger at home. We don't have a Traeger on the road, but we still use the Traeger spices. So I'm going to use some of this onion powder, garlic powder, and some salt for the dry rub on the pork shoulder or pork butt. And then rather than using a broth, it was suggested by some other places to use a chicken broth or a beef broth of some sort. That doesn't make sense to me, to use chicken or beef with pork. So I'm going to make my own concoction with barbecue sauce, brown sugar, and liquid smoke, and some garlic, and I'm going to loosen it up with some water, or thin it up with some water, and combine all that stuff together into the InstaPot with some of the veggies I got here. We've got some sweet peppers, onion, and diced jalapenos. The jalapenos are seeded, so it won't be so hot.
Thank you.
So here we go. This is the messy part. I need a lot. It's a big part. Just gotta get your hands dirty, get in there, get dirty. Put all your dry ingredients together on this butt. And I'm not one to use measurements. As you can see, just pour some of this here, pour some of that there, and make it work. Mainly what I want to do is have enough stuff in here to cover the whole pork. Shoulder, pork butt, whatever you want to call it. Some places it's different. Just kind of roll it around. Get all the flavoring on each piece. Pinch it from the bottom. All right. I've got both pieces covered pretty well. You can get inside there a little bit. Force it into it. Good deal. Little piece of wrapping from the butcher. Okay, so there's that. Let that sit for a little bit over here on the side. Hopefully my beer doesn't drink it. And Sweet Baby Ray's is one of my favorite barbecue sauces. It's good stuff. As you can tell, I've got one empty one right here. And open up this new one. And add a little bit more. This is just water right now. I'm going to add some brown sugar to sweeten it up a little bit. It'll give a little bit more flavor to the pork shoulder too. Don't want a whole bunch because this barbecue sauce is already kind of sweet. So there, I'm going to put in 2.5 tablespoons. How's that sound? And of course garlic. Nothing wrong with garlic. That much. Sure. I'm not one to measure. I don't like measuring. And I went with Stubbs liquid smoke. I don't know how much to add. I haven't done this one yet. Normally I smoke stuff on a smoker, so I don't know how much liquid smoke to add. So we'll add that much. And I want this base to be fairly liquid, fairly runny. Just because with the InstaPot, I want the water to evaporate off and leave the flavors in the pot to cook into the meat. So there we go, that looks pretty good. Well, that smells pretty good too. Okay. Alright, that's got, it's been sitting for a while. Now we're going to turn the InstaPot on to saute. I don't want to brown the sides of the pork. So we'll wait for that to warm up a bit. Once it's warm, I'll put some olive oil into there and then just place the pieces of pork into it, flip it over a couple of times to brown it, and then we'll toss everything in there and set it and forget it. Alright, it's been on for a little while. Add the olive oil to it. It's had vegetable oil, but I like to use olive oil. It's just, that's what I always use. Get that hot for a little bit. Toss this lovely chunk of meat in there. There we go. Listen to that sizzle. That's what we want here. So we'll just let those sear on each side for a little bit. Can't waste any of the seasoning. Gotta get all that seasoning in there. So 2 or 3 minutes on each side, and we'll turn it over and go from there. There we go. That's what you want. Just a light browning on each side. Kind of helps sear it, sealing the moisture in, keeping the flavor inside. Yeah. Looking good there. A quarter turn over there. You don't want to do too much browning, because that will, if you do too much, you'll cause the spices to burn, and you don't want all your rub to burn off and create a foul taste in the pork. Alright, they look sufficiently browned to me. Now, I'm going to deglaze the pot real quick with my broth. Actually, I'm going to turn this off because I don't want that setting anymore. I'm going to turn that off and deglaze the pot with my broth. That'll cool it down so it doesn't sear anymore. And also add my veggies. Once again, we've got onion, sweet peppers, jalapenos. Just add flavor. It's not going to be for the sauce, or it's going to be for the sauce flavor, yes, but it's not going to be, I'm not going to eat all this stuff at the end. It's just mainly for flavoring the meat. Give it a good stir around. Make sure everything gets distributed in there well. Alrighty, now we're to the point where we want to set this thing on for meat and stew. And we're going to go up to, well, I don't know, it's a guessing game, you know. I've read some things about 75 minutes, some things about 90 minutes. So let's just call it that. And we'll see what happens. Also, at first though, I need to make sure that my sealing edge is clean, because I got it kind of messy over here. So I'm going to wrap a paper towel around here just to make sure everything cleans off and it seals nicely. So my edge is nice and clean. My rubber gasket will fit around there nicely. And here we go. Let's go this way. Seal. And it's already on, it's doing a thing, so building pressure, they say. Well, it's getting close now. It looks like it's almost ready to seal up. And once the InstaPot seals up, the countdown will begin. Woohoo, there it goes. Ah, there it goes. Now the countdown begins. There it goes. Perfect. All right, cooking time's up. So now we're going to turn this off and let it do its natural release of the pressure. After the natural release is done, I'm going to pull the meat out and then discard the broth and the other juices and vegetables. And I'm going to pull the pork apart, add some barbecue sauce to it, and then put it back in for about 5 minutes under pressure with the barbecue sauce in the meat. And then after that, we'll release it, plate it, see how it is. All right, the time has come. Just gonna release it. It's all vented off. We're gonna open the thing up.
Oh, it smells delicious.
Smells really good. Let's see how. Oh yeah, we're tender. So we're gonna take the meat out as quickly as possible without it falling apart.
Ooh, steamed up the. It's already coming apart.
It's already coming apart. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. I'm gonna take the meat out.
Missed a chunk.
Set it aside. Oh gosh, yeah, look at that. Ooh, almost missed that. Save it. Oh gosh, get in there. Okay. Set that aside. Boom. Just clean off the pan a little bit. Now what I want to do is, leave that in. That's flavor. I'm going to pull the pork apart. A friend of mine gave these to me. The barbecue butler. Look at those claws. See how they work. Thanks, Brian, for these, by the way. Oh my gosh. The meat is so tender. It's pulling apart really nice. Got good color to it, great smell. Ooh, it's warm.
Oh,
Pulling.
sample. Holy hot. Oh my god.
Wow, that's really tender. Good flavor. I can taste the peppers a little bit. It's good. Look at that. Look how nicely that chopped up.
Oh, it's steamed.
No, steamed up the phone. All right. So now what I want to do is I like my pulled pork with a bit of barbecue sauce. Now that we got the pork pulled, I want to add a little bit of barbecue sauce to it. And then I'm going to put it back in the pressure cooker for about 5 minutes to really get that sauce into the meat. And then we'll see how that is. Mix it up good so everything's covered. All right, let's get this in the pot. These things work great. Shredded that pork like nothing. All right, there's that. Get this guy back on there. Boop. Seal. Okay, we've got the sauced pulled pork inside the InstaPot. We got it set for 5 minutes. There it goes. We're gonna wait for it to get to pressure again, and then we'll do a quick release on it when it's done. And in the meantime, we'll get the buns ready for some pulled pork sandwiches. Ha ha! It always works when you watch it, and it's done. All right, so the 5 minutes is up. We're just gonna turn off. Done with the InstaPot. I'm gonna do a quick release on the venting. So I'm gonna turn my fan on because it's already humid in here. There we go. That was weird. Okay. Guess it didn't create very much pressure. But it's all there, it's all good together. Let's see what's going on. Alright, so with that, we sauced it and then put it back in the pressure cooker just to get the full flavor of the barbecue sauce through all the meat. And it looks like it's pretty dang good. My mouth is watering. I'm anxious to get into this.
Well, we hope that you enjoy this video that we put together for this pulled pork recipe in our InstaPot. It turned out to be a great success.
Heck yeah, and for the recipe, I don't know where to go because I pulled it out of my head.
As you can see though, it was pretty simple.
Yeah, it was. You basically, with pulled pork, you just put your favorite spices together, toss in an onion, toss in the barbecue sauce, whatever it is, whatever you feel comfortable with doing. The key is to make sure you cook it long enough so it breaks down all the connective tissues and is nice and tender and able to pull apart like we got here. This is really, really nice tender pork. So I hope you guys enjoy, because we're going to enjoy right now too.
And if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up down below. Leave us. And as he just said, don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any questions about this process or this recipe, just leave us a comment below. We'll be happy to answer back.
Man. Oh.
So until next time.
Pau Hana.
Pau Hana.
There it is.
As always, if you liked our video, please give us a thumbs up down below, leave us a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We thank you for watching.
Until next time,
Pau Hana!